Okay, we're going to go over how to complete the practice exam problems. I have them in an Excel sheet, and I'm going to share my screen with you and show you how to work through them. First of all, on Canvas, you're going to see something, um, and it's going to say, let's see here. Ta-da. Yeah, exam 4 practice problems. So wherever it is, it just says exam 4 practice problems. Um, or it might say exam 4 practice problems updated. Um, but it is set up in such a way that it's the most like the actual questions on the exam. So there's going to be some questions on the exam that are over units 1 through 3 that are very reflective of, hey, this is what it is that you should have taken from unit 1 through 3. Um, like major concepts and whatnot. And so what I have here is unit 1 through 3 practice. And so, right here, it's like, hey, what is this? You've got from average salary by city by job type in each of the 10 major cities. First of all, and I want the range, standard deviation, dot, 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 dot. So I want a lot of information, and you've got to be able to tell me what that is. So you'll probably get to the exam, and you'll have something similar. So you being able to do it here will help you a lot as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to data, and we're going to look for, okay, whatever it is bolded, average salary by city by job type, data, average city salary by city by job type. So this is what I want. Okay. Um, so I want the data from this, and so there's 10 cities here. I think, yes, 10 cities. And this is saying, give me for all 10 cities, give me all these things. And so however you want to do that with the data analysis tool, with formulas, with whatever, you can do that. Okay. And so coming down here, after becoming a registered nurse, you should expect your salary to be randomly be anywhere between 67,260 and 119,649. What type of distribution can I use to solve for this? What's the max salary, min salary, range, average, probability of having a salary over 100,000, height of the distribution, so on and so forth. I'm gonna be really honest, I don't have a key for this as of yet. So I really want to make this into an actual quiz. I just haven't had a chance yet. But it's a really good review, so I'd highly suggest that you work through these, especially units 1 through 3. Um, but it says, okay, first of all, what type of distribution should I use? And then you decide on the distribution. And then after that, you answer everything else. And the distributions are right here. Once again, what type of distribution, what type of probability distribution, uh, what type of probability distribution, um, and then coming down here, this is unit 3. Uh, and so what is the average salary for jobs in Atlanta with 95% confidence, average salary of jobs in Seattle, average salary of jobs in San Francisco, um, average salary of jobs, so on and so forth. And so it has all these questions. Um, and so I give you a lot of the information right here, or sometimes I give you population information right here. And then coming right in here, the way that this is set up, I've got a whole bunch of questions in here. And so what I suggest is, you go to like single sample, and if you want to copy this, you can move or copy, create a copy, uh, and you can actually create copies of all these. Move or copy, create a copy, and I can actually just do that for you really quick, create a copy for all of these. But um, yeah, this is basically the way that your exam is going to be set up. So you're not going to have the actual questions like in an Excel document because everyone gets random questions. Um, and so, but you will have questions where you can put everything, all the answers in here, and um, yeah. Uh, and work through all the problems like right here. And yeah, make sure that you practice every single part of it. And the more that you practice it, the better that you'll do. Um, and you'll notice, I don't have all the little prompts in here. You've got to fill it all in yourself. You don't have to put the prompts in there, but um, I just grabbed this straight from the final project example. So say for instance, you've got the unit 4 practice problems with an alpha of 0.1 from average salary by city by job type. So I'm going to go average salary by city by job type. And says, how does the average difference in salaries in Houston or in Atlanta compared to the salaries in Houston by job type? Okay, notice what it says here. Average difference. This right here, average difference means if I'm looking for the average difference, that's a key term there, and that's going to be paired. So I'm going to go Atlanta and Houston. And so Atlanta, Control C. So I'm going to go to paired Atlanta. And I like going paste values, Atlanta. And then Houston is the second one. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to copy it. And once again, go to paired. Oops, I like, once again, paste values. And then you're going to have to calculate the difference score. So equals Atlanta minus Houston. Okay. And then you double click and it gives you all of the difference scores. Okay. One more thing that I want to show you really quick. Let's see here. Oh, looks like I don't know how to spell Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Hold on, I need to make this just a tad bigger. Okay, from job openings by company size. So once again, from job openings by company size. So I look job openings by company size. Okay, so what's the question? With an alpha of 0.01, are the number of job openings by company size in Washington, D.C. proportionate to the number of job openings by company size in Houston? So I'm asking, is the frequency of job openings in Washington, D.C. proportionate to the frequency of jobs in Houston? So I'm going to go Washington, D.C. Okay. It did say, yeah, by company size. And I'm going to, this right here is goodness of fit unequal because it's Washington, D.C. proportionate to Houston. I'm not saying, are the company sizes equally proportionate for job openings? I'm saying, is this proportionate to this? So I'm going to go to unequal. And so, whoops, I'm going to go right here, paste values. So this is Washington, D.C. And then is it proportionate to Houston? And I'm, once again, paste values. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the labels. And this is just something that I know a lot of people struggle with. So I'm going through it really quick, paste values. Okay. So there's a total of 6 categories. So right here, the very first thing that we need to do is we need to say, okay, what are the expected frequencies going to be? So equals sum, highlight all these. Okay. And once again, equals sum, highlight all these. And we need to find the relative frequency of each one of these. So how do we find that? Equals the individual one divided by the total. And I'm going to put a $sign right here. And I'm going to drag it down. Okay. So they're actually all pretty proportionate, it looks like, but we need to check. Okay. So we need to see, are these proportionate to this? Okay. Or rather, are these proportionate to this? So if these two, if we want the totals to be the same, what we have to do is we have to multiply these relative frequencies by this total. So oops, equals this relative frequency multiplied by this total. So I'm taking the relative frequency of Houston and multiplying it by the total frequency of Washington, D.C. And I'm going to put a dollar sign in front of it, of the 18. And then I'm just going to drag it down. So now, if we add this up, these are going to be the exact same thing. Notice those are identical. So I'm going to copy this, Control C. Control C, Control V, and then wow, and C. Okay, and then this right here is Houston. Okay, and then we're gonna copy this, Control C. Once again, that nice little paste values thing is really great because if you don't paste the values, it's going to paste the formulas and it's going to get all messed up. And then check again, equals sum. Make sure that these are identical. Equals sum. And you're good to go because they are identical. And then from here, you can do all the rest of this and do everything just like what you did. What I'd suggest is that while you're doing the exam 4 practice problems and whatnot, that you do it with only the resources that are permitted for you. And when you do it with only the resources that are permitted for you, then you'll be like, okay, this is what I still need to work on. And so, yeah, just be aware of that. Yeah, it's good practice to do it that way. But I'm going to delete this now. And then I'm going to save it and make it so that you guys can do everything. But yeah, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Want you guys to do really well. So make sure that you've use this, use all these formulas, and yeah.